Well, good morning. Sunday morning with a nice cup of coffee just before Bob the Builder gets here. Let's bring you a little bit closer, shall we? How's that? That's more friendly, isn't it? How are you doing? Bit of blue sky, clouds, and not so much in the way of rain. Yeah, second day without my car. Really disappointed. Really upset that the car's not there. I keep looking out the window to see if it's there. And of course, when we go into the kitchen, I always look to that side where the light switch used to be. Now the light switch is on the other side on that new wall, sectional wall that they built. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to. And as we had the fridge in the living room for so long, that's also keep going there. My wife does that. The same like Lady Sarah. She's gone to gone to where the fridge used to be. But we don't seem to have missed it from the kitchen. Actually, I haven't gone to where the fridge used to be in the kitchen, to be honest. But we've still got the sheets up. Last night I went round and sanded that other worktop, the two worktops either side of the cooker. I sanded those down last night and put one coat of this wax varnish, oil based, whatever it is. And this morning it's really soaked in. It's just a lovely rich colour. I just cannot get over how different that our kitchen is. Just take a quick sip of coffee. Yeah, when you play back your own videos, you watch your own little personal habits, and sometimes I absolutely hate myself because I'm tending to do a lot of clicking, kind of. I don't know whether that's because I'm looking forward to something to eat in a minute, or whether I'm just got a dry mouth or not. I don't know, but I'll try to avoid doing that in future. Now, this is where I probably would have done one, just to clear the old mouth of whatever's in there. Anyway, moving swiftly on. The Bob the painter's going to put the last coat of paint on. I believe he's finished the ceiling. He put 2 coats of this very fast drying ceiling paint, and so all he's got left to do is paint the walls of the nice orangey, pale, peachy, creamy colour that Sarah chose. I can't remember what it's called now. Something glow. Anyway, I'll find out later on. So what else? I'm going back to work tomorrow. Got to get a train down to Swansea. That's a long train drive. But at least on the good side, there's only one stop before I get there. I have to change trains at Manchester, and that I've got about 20 minutes in which to get from one platform to another. See, I did it again. I've got 20 minutes to get from one platform to another. So that should be enough time, shouldn't it? Really, I guess. Listen, I don't think I've been this way before. Not sure. I have paid off the ship twice in Swansea. One time was in a hire car. The guy in the gate was a bit of a fascist. He said to me, this is bearing in mind that I came in to Swansea on a boat, and I got the hire car. I got to the gate, and the guy said, "Oh, you have to go out the same way you came in." And I said, "You want me to drive my car through the lock gates?" And he just didn't comprehend. No, you've got to come in the same way. Oh, whatever. So the pass that was in the car stayed with me. Somebody drove up to the gate I was trying to get out of, not knowing where the main gate was. No, not a clue, no directions, nothing. So anyway, the guy that was behind me let me out, and I went home with the security pass in my car. So yeah, that's what happens when you're a bit of an arse, isn't it? Telling people to come in the same way they came out, not knowing or not listening to their explanation that you came in by ship. Anyway, moving on. Something else. It's the new car. Like I say, they're because they won't get it ready in time for me before I go back to sea. I'm going to pick it up on the 19th or 20th of October. So I've got roughly another 3 weeks to go before my car, which gives them time to install all the little extras that I wanted. I wanted some door entry protection, on the door sill of the car where you get in, where your feet would go, where you might step your foot on it. Anyway, I've asked for some some new or brushed aluminium door entry things, and I wanted some extra boot illumination, boot space. It's like when you're out in the middle of a camping field and it's pitch black and you want to see what you're doing in the boot. So that's one of the reasons that I've gone for some extra boot lights, and been a bit flash. I've gone for some door. As a door opens, it shines a light onto the ground as you're stepping into the car. Which again, if you're in the middle of a dark camping field, it certainly will let you see what you're doing as you're getting in and out of the car, I suppose. That's one thing I'm looking forward to. Next year is next year we will have the birth of my grandchild. My first grandchild will be born in December, apparently. They're hoping that it's early on in December to differentiate between her birthday and Christmas. It looks like I'm going to run over the 8 minutes, so I won't put the midterm adverts in. As you know, when I do these long talkies, or obviously if I'm out and about collecting the video, then I think that is fair enough to gather the ad revenue for my my expenditure that I do outside of the house. I think that's only fair. And these just general chit chat things, I won't charge for the midterm adverts. It's an option that I uncheck in the box when I come to post a video. But first grandchild in December. I'll give her a bit of space. With a young child, first child coming along, having visitors to the house, and having to look after. I think it would be too much. So I won't burden. I'll just look forward to the pictures and videos. That's all. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. They have chosen a name, but they're not giving the name away of the baby. They know it's going to be a girl. They've already told everyone that it's going to be a girl. I was the first to know, thankfully. So that was good. So they're keeping the name a secret, so they'll know. Damien, her boyfriend, partner, soon to be husband, I guess. His parents are from Italy, so they want an Italian name. We're from England, and they live in France. So I think I've got a little bit of a hint that there's going to be a combination of English, Italian, and French names. Let me just check the time because the builder's coming. Yeah, it's about 5:02, so I don't think it'd be early. Anyway, I'm going to open the back gate. So before I'm going to come back and do some other videos, I want to do another video about how I chose my new car, how I went about choosing my new car. So that might be interesting for me to psychoanalyze myself slightly. What else was there? It's just everything's going to be up and ready in the kitchen. Come tonight, the builder would have taken all the sheets down. Hopefully, he would have got all the painting done. I might have to help him move the fridge, so that won't be too bad. We can take some stuff out, take the drawers out, and just slide the fridge out, get that painted. But yeah, everything is still in the living room because Sarah wants to clean all the drawers, the cupboards, and wants to clear everything out. She wants to lay down some paper lining so that we don't scratch the surfaces of the drawers, which is rather nice. And I've got Sarah a present. I've got myself a rather large chopping board just to save our worktop from the sharp knives and stuff. We do have chopping boards, but we're going to get rid of a few of the old ones. Yes, Sarah, when I first came here, bless her socks, she had a rather large glass chopping board and some very blunt knives. So that was the first thing I did. Is I said, one of the things that's got to go is that glass chopping board, and we've got a nice wooden one. I think it came down to Edwina Curry, wasn't it, who said that wooden chopping boards are bad, they contain bacteria, and you've got to have all plastic chopping boards. And of course, glass is one of the ones that they recommended because it doesn't harbour bacteria. Well, what they failed to say was that wooden chopping boards don't harbour bacteria anyway. So that was whereas the plastic chopping boards do, because they've got the grooves. You cut a groove in it, anyway. So wooden chopping boards are the most hygienic, and we always clean ours down anyway with a hot water soapy solution, and maybe sometimes a little bit of sterilising stuff that go. You get these kitchen sprays with a bit of bleach in. That always helps to keep surfaces clean. But I'm of a generation where we use the same dishcloth for weeks on end, and we dried everything with tea towels. And of course, as you know, that's all what do they call it? The Alpen generation, where everything was sterilised, and then as soon as the kid went outside the house for the first time, they came down with every disease known to man, simply because the parents had protected them too well from normal background things that happen. Anyway, I'm digressing again. Yeah. So when the builder comes, I'll like I say, I'll going to hide away up in the bedroom, and I'll edit these and put them all together and put them out there. So there's a couple of videos that I do want to talk about today. Hopefully, one is why or how I chose my car. That will be a good one. And I really want to rip into Keir Starmer. He's got to go. We've got to get rid of him. Somehow we've got to get rid of him. I don't think he will sustain another 5 years. I don't think that the Labour Party will stay in power for another 5 years. I think that if they keep going the way they're going, at the rate that they're going, there will be more and more uprising. I just hope it's peaceful, that they do this thing legally and properly, because we don't want more of our rights taken away. It's bad enough now that we aren't allowed to say what we like to say. Yeah. But on a last note, it's getting cold, isn't it? I got up this morning, pulled up the curtains, and there's all sorts of the early morning dew on the cars. Next thing I know, it's going to be frost. So, yeah, that's something to look forward to, isn't it? A bit of frost in the mornings. Yeah, more exciting stuff. Anyway, so I better go. The builder will be here in a minute, so I'll get to do the next videos in a few minutes. So we'll see what happens then. See you then. Bye.